Guys, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice and screen. Those are attending in online. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice and screen. Those are attending in online. Am I audible, guys? Please confirm to me. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice and screen. Those are attending in online. Am I audible? Please respond to me, guys. All of you, please respond to me. All of you get my voice and screen. Those are attending in online. Hmm? చెప్పు మాట్లాడు. Right. Good afternoon, guys. And check it what we completed in the last session. I think so we are understanding differences between Java and others. In the differences between Java and others, what topic here we are understanding there? Overall, 3 points we completed up to now. What are the 3 points here we completed? First one is C and C++ are static programming languages, but Java is what? A dynamic programming language. Point number one. Point number two, preprocessor required in C and C++, but preprocessor does not require in Java. Point number three, C and C++ are platform dependent programming languages, but Java is a platform independent programming language. Another point here we understood. Okay. After completion of this, the fourth point today, what we have to understand, pointers are existed in C and C++, but pointers are not existed in Java. Just 1 minute, if you think about the last class concepts, the previous class content here, if you had to observe this 1 minute of time, understand it clearly. We discussed about the platform dependent and platform independent programming languages. First of all, understand it. What is platform dependent programming language and what is platform independent programming language? If any programming language allows its applications to perform the compilation and execution on the same operating system, then that programming language is called a platform dependent programming language. Examples, C and C++. If we compile C and C++ applications on the Windows operating system, then the compiler will generate a .exe file. What is the nature of the .exe file? The .exe file contains directly executable code with the Windows representations. In this context, to execute the Windows represented .exe file, we must use the same Windows operating system. We have to use the same Windows operating system. In this case, execution process is dependent on the operating system which we use for compilation. So C and C++ are what their platform dependent programming languages. Understand it clearly. Diagrammatic representation are given, their clear-cut analysis we understood clearly. Leave it. After that, another point here what we are discussing there. If any programming language allows its applications to perform compilation on one operating system and execution is on another operating system, then that programming language is called a platform dependent programming language. Examples for platform dependent programming languages are Java, Python, C#, .NET, and so on. Alright, if we compile a Java program in Windows operating system, then the compiler will generate .class file. Then what is the nature of the .class file actually? What you are thinking about .class file? Where a .class file contains bytecode. It is not directly executable code. It is an intermediate code, and it does not follow the operating system representations, including what their Windows. Okay. Dot class file contains bytecode. It is an intermediate code. It is not directly executable code, and it doesn't have any operating system representations. In the above context, if you want to execute a bytecode in any operating system, then the bytecode must have the local operating system representations. In this case, to convert the program from neutral bytecode to the local operating system represented bytecode, that is native code, Java has provided a set of converters on the basis of the operating systems. Java has provided the above required converters aligned with the execution in the form of a single component internally called, what is that component here? No, JVM, Java Virtual Machine. Immediately here we are getting some points here. Java is a platform independent programming language because of JVMs only. Java is a platform independent programming language because of what their JVMs only. But JVM is what? JVM is a platform dependent tool. Not only JVM, the complete Java software is what their platform dependent. Not only JVM, the complete Java software is what their platform dependent. Observe carefully. There are given some example here clearly. Then after that, I given one important interview question. What question here we have discussed here? What are the differences between .exe file and .class file? There are some examples here we understood clearly. .exe file exists in C and C++, whereas .class files exist in Java. .exe file contains directly executable code. .class file contains bytecode. It is not directly executable code. It is an intermediate code. .exe file is a platform dependent file, whereas .class file is a platform independent file. .exe file is able to provide less security, whereas .class file is able to provide more security. Like this, here we are having some points about like what there, all this differences between .class file and .exe file. That's okay, fine. That's up to now. These are the various points we understood in the last class. Now observe carefully the present topic here. The fourth point, almost all 9 number of points are available. This is a somewhat lengthy point. Up to this 4 points are lengthy points here. Remaining points are going to be completed in 1 or 2 days after. That's finished overall. So this one, the last lengthy point, last important point inside this. Remaining 3 to 4 points are simple points only, and theoretically we are going to understand all this content here that we are going to understand anyway. Right. Now let's move on to the point here. The point is what? Pointers are existed in C and C++, but pointers are not existed in Java. Before going to understand whether pointers are existed or not existed in C, C++ and Java, before that, first of all, tell me what is a pointer, what is the nature of the pointer, how pointers are available in programming languages. These points here we have to understand first. After that, we will think about it whether these pointers are existed or not existed in our programming languages. Let's understand it. What is pointer in general? What you are thinking about the pointer? Observe carefully. Pointer is a variable. Pointer is a normal variable. It is able to store address locations of the data structures. Address locations of the data structures. Where the data structures may be, understand it clearly, where the data structures may be a variable, normal variable, or an array in the sense A group of elements we are going to represent in side by side in the consecutive memory locations. A variable, normal variable, an array, a structure. In the case of C and C++, we are going to use structures, array structure, and so on. Or another pointer variable, or what there? Another pointer variable. That's it. This is the simple awareness on like what their pointers. Tell me what is the definition of the pointers? No. Before this definition, I'm telling there. In general, variables are going to store data directly. Int I is equal to 10. What is it? No, 10 is a data. Directly, the 10 data will be stored in a variable I. That is in general nature of the variable. Variables are able to store data directly. But pointer variables are a special variable, a separate variable. What it is able to store? No, pointer is a variable. It is able to store address locations of the data structures, not data, address locations of the data structures, where the data structures may be a normal variable or an array or a structure or another pointer variable. This is the meaning of a pointer variable, what you are having clearly. All of you understand it, no? I will show in the form of a diagram so that you are able to get some clarity. Observe carefully. Int a is equal to 10. Is it? Int a is equal to 10. This is what their normal variable. Okay. Int star p semicolon. What is this p actually? Variable, but we represented that p with what? Star. It represents a pointer variable. It represents what there? A pointer variable. When we provide the star for the p, it's clear-cut intimation to us. It is a pointer variable. It is not going to store address. Sorry, it is not going to store data. It is going to store what their address locations. Clear. Next one. Ampersand p. Sorry, p is equal to ampersand a. P is equal to ampersand a. What is the meaning of it? No. Ampersand a is what their address location of the a variable. Address of that a variable will be stored in what variable? No, p variable. That's enough. This is declaration and initialization of the pointer variable. Some other code is might be existed here. We don't require that some other code. Understand it clearly. What is going to be happen if we use this particular instruction? What is going to be happen in general? As per the C programming language code, listen carefully, all of you know, when compiler encounter this instruction, what is this instruction now? Tell me. Int a is equal to 10 semicolon. When compiler encounter this particular instruction, immediately a variable will have 2 bytes of memory. Immediately a variable will have 2 bytes of memory. Observe carefully. In the 2 bytes of memory, value 10 will be stored inside this a variable. When this memory is allocated, its address location will be created. What is that address location here? We can understand it now. 1010 address location will be created. This 1010 is the starting address location of the 2 bytes of memory, which is assigned for the a variable. Right? Now tell me, this entire thing is going to be happen when compiler executes, when compiler encounter this particular statement into a is equal to 10 in the case of C and C++ program. Clear? All of you clear up to now? All of you are getting clarity up to now? Nice. Observe carefully. After that, when compiler encounter this instruction, what is it actually? Int star p. Immediately compiler understood that it's a pointer variable. P is a pointer variable. For this, it has assigned some memory. How much memory is assigned for this p variable? How much memory is required to store address locations? Up to that much it is able to assign. Okay, this is a block of memory that is assigned. Next one is when compiler encounter this intersection. What is that intersection here? No, P is equal to ampersandage A. When compiler encounter this intersection, first compiler will evaluate what their ampersandage A. What is this ampersandage A? Finding the address location of A. What is that address location of A? 1010. That 1010 is assigned to what variable? P variable. So assigning that 1010 to P variable in the sense storing that 1010 value in the P memory allocation. Storing that 1010 value in what their P memory allocation. Understand it clearly. So either directly or indirectly, P variable is referring this particular location. Either directly indirectly, P variable is referring this particular location. P is referring to what this memory location. 1010 is the address location for it. Is it? All of you are getting clarity or not? This is completed clearly. Now, this is going to be happen in the case of C and C++. Clear? Now tell me, I'm asking one more question to you. Now try to answer for it. At what time these pointer variables are recognized and initialized then? First of all, tell me who recognized these pointer variables, who initialized these pointer variables? Is that compiler or not? In the case of C and C++, the compiler can do initialization of the pointer variable and memory allocation for pointer variable could be done by the compiler or not? Yes, definitely compiler is able to perform this memory allocations in the case of C and C++. Understand it clearly. The only compiler can do this kind of content, this kind of feature. So, you know already one point here. When a compiler is performing this memory allocation for the pointer variables, when a compiler is allocating memory for the pointer variables, then now tell me which type of memory allocation is required for pointer variables? Is it static memory allocation or dynamic memory allocation? Come on, you have to answer for my question. Which type of memory allocation is required for pointers? No, compiler is recognizing these pointer variables. Compiler is providing initialization for the pointer variables. Compiler is allocating memory for the pointer variables. If it is the case, no. If it is the case, no, then pointer variables required what type of memory allocation? Is it static memory allocation or dynamic memory allocation? Definitely static memory allocation only. Yes, sir, got it or not? I think yesterday, day before yesterday, we are in the same discussion here. Static loading, static memory allocation, this kind of points only we are talking there maximum. Now here also we pointer variables required what? Static memory allocation or dynamic memory allocation? Static memory allocation. When a compiler is providing memory allocation for these variables, automatically static memory allocation is provided for the pointer variables. Understand it clearly. Right, sir? For pointer variables, who is providing that memory allocation there? Static memory allocation, not dynamic memory allocation. All right, that another point here I'm telling to you. In general, pointer variables are recognized and initialized by the compiler at the time of compilation. At the time of what their compilation, that is the nature of like what their pointer variables nature. We can understand it clearly. Then immediately I'm getting one question. I'm asking one question to you. Now try to answer for this question clearly. What is the question here? I'm asking there. All of you observe carefully. That answer for this question. That means what is the question here? Everybody understand it clearly. Why pointer variables are not required in Java? Why pointer variables are not required in Java? Why are pointer variables not required in Java? This is a question here. Now I'm going to give some reasons to you. Try to understand all these reasons clearly. Point number one. Put more concentration here. Point number one. Pointer variables required static memory allocation. Pointer variables required static memory allocation, but Java is following what type of memory allocation? Dynamic memory allocation. But Java is following what? Dynamic memory allocation. Observe carefully. This is point number one. Because of that reason, pointers are not suitable in the case of Java. Listen, all of you know. Number two, point number two. Everybody understand it clearly. Pointer variables are supported by the static programming languages. Pointer variables are supported by the static programming languages. But Java is a dynamic programming language. Of course, now this is an extension of the first point only, not any new point. Understand it clearly. Next one is after that. The next one is what there? Pointer variables are very much suitable in the platform dependent programming languages. Platform dependent programming languages. Am I right or not? Pointer variables are very much suitable in the platform dependent programming languages. But Java is a platform independent programming language. Java is what the platform independent programming language. Got it or not? This about this points, I want to give some elaborated information. Try to understand it clearly. For example, I want to show a diagram here. Try to understand it clearly. Through that we can understand. For example, a different diagram here I'm going to provide. Try to observe carefully. Two cases here I'm going to take. What are the two cases? No. Case number one, platform dependent programming languages. Case number one is what there? Platform dependent programming languages. This is a computer, for example. This is a computer, for example. Understand it, all of you know. This is, for example, a program. Inside my computer, in a single computer, this is my program. A C file or whatever it may be, something else, some application here we provide it. Then here, inside the same system, here we have some memory. Here what we have there? Memory. Main memory. We can understand it. Inside this application, we provided some pointer variable I declared into star p is equal to ampersand a, for example, star p is equal to star p star 100, something else. I can do some operation here now. Get my point or not? Or maybe in place of this star, if you are getting confusion, minus 100, I'm giving the star p in the sense what the value of the address, value of the pointer, right? Star p is equal to star p minus 100, something else, some operation here we performed. Okay, clear. Now this is an example for what their platform dependent. Platform dependent program, platform dependent application. Yeah, all of you observe carefully. Put more concentration. I'm going to give a conclusion now. For example, when compiler encounter this intersection, all these intersections into star p is equal to ampersand a, something else now. What is going to be happen there? Now tell me. P variable is going to be referred with what there, a memory allocation. Okay, now here, instead of taking this one here, directly P variable is referring a memory allocation like what there, 1010, that's the location it was assigned, 1010. Okay, 1010, where initial data, for example, I'm going to take a variable might be into a is equal to 10. Here we have taken the 10 value is available here. For example, 10 value is available. This is going to be performed at compilation time. But observe carefully, when this operation will be performed here, no, not at compilation time. That operation will be performed at runtime. What operation will be performed at runtime? Star p is equal to star p minus 100 will be performed at what time here? No, runtime. Understand it clearly. Okay, do one thing. Instead of taking this what there, 100 no. For example, I want to provide just a 5. Okay, this operation will be performed at what time here? At runtime. Okay, good. As usual, we perform compilation. P variable is having the location 1010 where data is 10. That is at compilation time. In the case of platform dependent programming languages, we are going to use same operating system or different operating system for compilation and execution. For execution, the same compilation operating system or different operating system. Same operating system we are using. Yes, sir. Are able to follow my point or not? For execution also we are going to use what there? Same operating system. When we are using same operating system, same computer for execution time, then we can trust that pointer variable is referring the same 1010 which was already assigned at the compilation time. Get my point or not? Why? Because in the same operating system we are executing there, at compilation time p variable is referring 1010 location. At execution also, what is going to be happen? Same 1010 location is available for p variable where the data 10 is available. So we are not getting any problem in the case of platform dependent programming languages. So pointer variables, we can deal with the pointer variables successfully in the case of platform dependent programming languages. Why? Because for compilation, for execution, we are using the same operating system. Means that whatever the address locations are assigned for the pointer variables at compilation time, same address locations are available in the same machine at runtime also for the same pointer variables. So we are not going to get any different locations at runtime for the pointer variable. Same locations are assigned to the pointer variables even at runtime also. So our operations are going to be successful. When we execute this program, star p is equal to star p minus 5. Then automatically what happened there? Star p is referring what there? 1010 location. Got my point or not? Now here star p minus 5. That means this minus 10 minus 5. 10 minus 5 in the sense what value here we are able to get there? 5 is a value here we are getting. So operation is successful. Pointer variables and its operation is what there? Successful. In the case of what there? Platform dependent programming language. All of you are getting clarity? All of you are getting clarity? Can I go for the platform independent programming language? Right, observe carefully. Let's assume the situation now. Now this time I'm going to talk about what their platform independent application. First of all, tell me what is platform independent application? What is the meaning of platform independent application? Compilation is going on in one operating system and execution is going on in another operating system. Remember this point. Assume it for the next 5 minutes of time, pointers are available in Java. Assume it. Actually not available, but assume the situation. I need to prove pointers are not suitable in Java. That's why assume it. 5 minutes of time, pointers are available in Java. Now in this case, what I am telling now, for example, this is one computer. For compilation, I'm using this computer. For execution, I'm using this computer. For execution, I'm using this computer. Compilation and execution, we are using another computer. First of all, this is what there I want to say, compilation mission. This is like what I'm telling to you, compilation mission. Now this is like what I'm telling there, execution mission. Execution mission. First of all, I'm preparing a program. Same program, whatever the program we have seen in the case of, in the previous one, in the example here, the same program here I'm going to do. This is memory allocation. Okay. Here also be memory allocation is available. Observe carefully. This is like what their application. Now insert this, for example, into a is equal to 10 into star p semicolon, star p is equal to star p minus 5. Okay, and before that p is equal to ampersand a semicolon. Like this, we provided this program here. Now this is compilation mission, this is execution mission. Understand it clearly. Assume the situation when we compile the program into a is equal to 10. Automatically what happened there? We know already the situation. Block of memory will be created. That block of memory, p variable is referring that block of memory. P variable is referring this block of memory. Its address location is like what there, 1010, where the data is what there, 10. Up to that, this is completed by compilation process. Assume the situation. This one and this one also. Of course, here this one also be performed by compiler. But this part must be executed at what time here? Runtime. Yes, sir, got it or not? Okay, fine. Understand this now. In a compilation mission, at the time of compilation of our program, compiler assigned 1010 memory location to p variable. Got it or not? But in platform independent programming languages, compilation we are going to perform in one computer and execution we are going to perform in what there? Another computer. So what I will do, after compilation of my Java program, I will get the dot class files as a copy through my pen drive. I'll use pen drive to copy that what there dot class file, generated dot class file. I'll come to another computer, there I will paste it. Now I'm going to execute it. When I'm going to execute this program, as it is that program here at another mission, inside this mission, pointer variable, p variable required what value here? P is equal to 1010 value is available. Am I right or not? Now star p is equal to star p minus 5 value here we have to perform operation. But here I'm having the question. Now tell me, understand it clearly. P variable required 1010 memory allocation. In a compilation mission, 1010 memory allocation is available. So compiler has assigned that memory location to the pointer variable. That's okay. Got my point or not? But do you have any guarantee that the same memory allocation is provided by another computer for the p variable? When we are changing the computer, do you have any guarantee that the same memory allocation is provided by the execution engine for the p variable? Of course, in my another computer, that 1010 location, 1010 location may have 1010 location may have what they say, for example, some operating system softwares are available. Now here we are having some system softwares, maybe OS softwares, maybe system softwares, maybe. I get my point on that. 1010 location contains what there? Some system softwares. No guarantee for it. That 1010 location is available as is with the 10 is the data. No guarantee for it. Then what is available here? Some system softwares may be available. So whenever system softwares are available, whenever we are trying to perform this operation like this, star p is equal to star p minus 5, it means that we are corrupting the system softwares or not. We are overriding the system softwares or not with this particular operation. Then because of this reason, our system software may be corrupted or not. Our operating system may be collapsed or not. Our operating system may be crashed or not. That's my point. So this type of problems here we are able to catch. Why? Where is the problem now? Tell me actually. Where we are getting the problem here now? Tell me. Yeah, the problem is what there at the time of compilation, memory will be allocated for the pointer variable and address value will be assigned to the pointer variable at compilation time. But in the platform independent programming languages, we can perform compilation in one computer, we can execute the program in another computer. When we execute the same program in another computer, there is no guarantee the same memory allocation will be assigned to the pointer variable, which is already having some value at compilation time. Same memory allocation is available or not available, there is no guarantee for it. Maybe, of course, in that memory locations, some system softwares may be available, some operating system related files are available. But if you're trying to perform operations with the same pointer variable, maybe our internal softwares may be corrupted, maybe. There is no guarantee whether we are going to get the same memory allocations at runtime again. Automatically, data losing feature is going to be happen or not. Data losing concept is going to be happen or not. So due to that reason, we are giving a conclusion clearly. Pointer variables are very much suitable in a platform dependent programming languages. Platform dependent programming languages are very much suitable in a platform dependent programming languages. Sorry. Pointer variables are very much suitable in a platform dependent programming languages, but pointers are not suitable in a platform independent programming languages. Pointer variables are not suitable in a platform independent programming languages because of this particular reason. Due to these reasons only, here we can understand clearly. All right, that's why I have given the pointer directly is what there. Pointer variables are very much suitable in the platform dependent programming languages, but Java is a platform independent programming language. It does not support pointer variables in Java applications. Clear? Can I move forward? Can I go for next point here? Yes, sir. Can I go for next point? Right. So now let's see this one here. Next point here I'm telling to you. Observe carefully. Right, sir. Good. Now tell me, all of you tell me. Okay, come out from this particular opinion. Now come for the next point here. Right, sir. Everybody put more concentration. Pointer variable is represent directly the address location of the data or not? Come on guys, answer for it. Pointer variable is representing address location of the data or not? So pointer variable is able to carry address location of the data. So hackers are coming into the picture. Hackers may hack your application. Example I'm telling them. If we are using pointer variables to represent data, then a hacker's job is very simple. If they take any one pointer variable, if they get address location of particular data, then they can modify the data directly. They can introduce some harmful resources into the system. Some viruses related software they can introduce in our system. When it is a case, no, when they catch the pointer variable, when they identify the address locations of the respective data, easily they can perform modifications over the data. Easily they can introduce some viruses related softwares into our system. Altogether, what's the point I'm telling there? Security is very less with the pointer variables. If we are using pointer variables, security will be very, very less inside the Java. That means inside the programming, inside the application development. So that's why the point here, what I'm telling there, pointer variables are able to reduce security to the applications. Pointer variables are able to reduce security to the applications. Observe carefully. But Java is a very good secure programming language. Java is a very good secure programming language. Java is a very good secure programming language. It should not, it must not reduce security for the data. It must not reduce security for the data. That's the reason why we can conclude that what we are going to conclude there, pointers are not suitable in Java. Correct or not? Next one is after that, point number 5. I think all of you might be completed C programming language in our academics. It may be BTech, maybe BTech. In BTech first year in all branches, C and data structures is very much common. In BTech first year in all branches, C and data structures is very much common. Am I right or not? Yes, sir. All of you are getting it, what I am telling to you. And moreover, I think you are not recognized it. Uh, in the recent times, Durgasoft, maybe in the very recent, maybe few days back, I have taken very good decision for all of us actually. I want to give that announcement. I think so in other batches also have not given announcement. Maybe tomorrow onwards, I'm going to give an announcement there actually. C programming language separate batch we are conducting actually. Some other trainer will take that C programming language batch. Are you aware about it? At least have you seen in the notice boards? No? No? Okay. Anyway, then try to check it. I think it is available or not available. I don't know. But we are planning for it. 1st December onwards. 1st December onwards at 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, 4:30 to 6, I'm taking class there. 6 or maybe 6:15 or 6:30, maybe max 6:30 or 6 o'clock, whatever it may be. 6 o'clock onwards, C and data structures a batch we are going to start. For our Java, that means in offline, I'm telling them. Understand it clearly? Offline only, but not in online. Online, maybe other requirements are available. We can check for it. But offline, we are taking the decision here. I'm telling to you. In offline, we are conducting a C and data structure separate batch. So if you attend that C and data structure separate batch, you may get some separate basic coding basics and coding skills we are able to get here. Whatever it may be, then we are going to provide that. It is a foundation course. C and data structures, a separate subject, a separate branch we are going to start. Some other faculty will start that classes here. So try to utilize the classes. Are getting it what I'm telling you? Try to utilize the classes. It's a foundation class for all of you. You can utilize it. Understand it clearly? Yes, sir. All of you are getting it or not? For Durgasoft students, that C and D data structures is a foundation course for all of you. We can utilize that class directly. Go there and try to sit inside the class. Try to complete that batch also. We are able to get some awareness. Understand it what I am telling them? Okay, it's okay, fine. It's not mandatory, but opportunity we are giving. Now try to utilize that opportunity. C and data structures is a separate course for only Durgasoft students. Okay. Leave this point here. Now coming to our content here, pointer variables are able to reduce security to the applications, security to the data, but Java is a very good secure programming language. It must not reduce the security for the data. It's okay, fine. Next one is, all of you understand it. I'm asking one question to you. In your BTech maybe or in your MCA maybe, in the first year, you're having a subject like what there, C and data structures. I think you might be completing that C programming language previously, but how much you completed, it's okay. But finally, you had that name, that C and data structures, that subject you are having, all of you are having that. Am I right? No response, guys. Yes, I think you heard about it. At least you heard about the word, right? C and data structures, right? If you're not giving response, how I can understand it now? Okay. Straightforward answer. Straightforward question I'm asking to you. Now you have to give answer for me. What is that question I'm asking there? Give genuine answer here. In the C and data structures, especially in C programming language, what topic you felt difficulty at the time of completing your C programming language? What topic you feel or you felt it is difficult? In all the features of the C programming language and all the topics, no? But for me, I can give clarity. For me, the most confusion oriented topic for me is what their pointers only. Really, I felt very much difficulty with the pointers only. Even by the time I thought of it, myself is not suitable for BTech and all these things because of that pointers only, getting irritation totally. But unfortunate thing, now still I'm going to talk about the pointers in my classes now. But in my academics, I thought of it. The pointers are very difficult for me because of multiple reasons, because of so many reasons for me. What are the so many reasons? No, my situation is totally different. In my BTech first year only, I have seen the computer first time. Before that, computers are available everywhere, but I don't know what is that. That is a computer or not? I don't know about it. But in my BTech first year only, really I have seen computer. There is a big monitor and CPU in bottom of the chair. Even first time I touched that computer in my BTech first year. That is the status of us. Completely from village background. Even we don't have money or we don't have any some video games or mobile. Even mobile phones are also very less. In entire village, only one person might be using that mobile phone, landline phones only maximum. That was the situation there. By the time we completed our BTech, there we are. By the time we joined with the BTech, but during that 4 to 5 years of time, rapid changes are available. In my BTech first year, throughout the college, 1 or 2 members are having Nokia standard phones. When I completed my BTech there, within four years of time, everybody is having mobile phones in their hands now. So that period, during that period, might be rapid changes are available in outside market. Anyway, that is the first time. In my BTech first year, that everything is totally new in the sense like what there, up to intermediate, one type of academics, right from BTech, second level of academics, different type of study. So free board totally. So no study, nothing else, just only going to the college and giving the designation. Myself is an engineer and coming back from college to the hostel. That's it. No study, nothing else. Only free board, totally free board. Nothing is going to be happen there. Then what happened there? Automatically in BTech first year, it's somewhat freeness we are getting there. No study. Point number one. Second point is what they in BTech first year. Basically, I came from Telugu medium background. Then English not aware totally. Even if any other person is speaking in English, but we don't know how to reply for them. In the BTech first year, the trainers are coming, faculty members are coming. They are teaching subjects in BTech in total in English, completely in English. Even no single word in Telugu. No chances to understand the total content here. Subject wise very weak. Understand it clearly. They are unable to speak in Telugu, but we are unable to understand in English. Totally communication gap. That is another reason. These are all reasons are at one side, no, but we have a separate faculty for C and data structures. Then how that faculty is teaching that C and data structures, I can give some example. In my time, boards and marker boards are available in the colleges now. Unfortunate thing is what there, he's getting some allergy by taking the chalk pieces and marker pens now. He don't like the chalk pieces and marker pens. Everything is trying to explain on air only. Everything is trying to explain on air only. Unfortunately, the topic is what their pointers topic. Just assume it. What is the situation is going to be happen? Pointers topic is going on by the time. How he is explaining the pointers now? He said to me that this is a variable like this in left hand. This is a variable where data is available. This is pointer variable I declared. This pointer variable referring this location. In some other situation, this is a variable pointer variable referring this location. This location is having another address location referring some other location referring something. Everything is explained on here only. First time we are listening the pointer variables topic. Are what he is telling there? Somewhere else is taking way variable. Somewhere else he is taking about address location. This variable is referring this one. This variable is doing something else. No, where that variables and what that variables are doing. Everything is explained here only. That is a standard. That is a situation where we learn that C programming language. Understand it here. All together, what happened there? No, totally we got some confusion. Totally we got what there? Some confusion. Understand it clearly. So finally, that C programming language is the toughest subject in my BTech first year, especially inside the C programming language. Pointers topic is the most confusion oriented subject for me. That is my personal experience, what I'm telling there. I think some of you are having the same situation. Okay, fine. These are at one side, Kiran, but these are not actual reasons why I'm telling that C programming language or pointers are confusion oriented features. I'm giving the conclusion pointers is a confusion oriented feature. Confusion oriented feature. I'm giving this conclusion now, not because of these reasons what I explained up to now. These are my personal experience I'm telling them. But actual reasons are available to say that pointer variable is a confusion oriented feature. What is the technical reason? Listen carefully. The technical reason is what there. Two types of pointers are available. Everybody understand it now. How many types of pointers can know? Two types of pointers are available. What are the two types of pointers now? First one is single level pointer. Second one is multi-level pointer. First one is what there? Single level pointer. Second one is what there? Multi-level pointer. Single level pointer is what there? In the diagram what I shown up to now, single level pointers only. Directly pointer variable is referring data. Directly one pointer variable is referring data, one level, single level pointer. But what is this multi-level pointer? No. Multi-level pointer is one pointer is referring another pointer is referring some other pointer is referring what there? Some other data. Get my point or not? Multi-level pointers. One pointer is referring another pointer is referring some other point is referring what there? Some other pointer. This is clearly like what there? Multi-level pointer. I'll forget my point or not? Right. Observe carefully. If it is a single level pointer, we don't have any problem. If it is multi-level pointer with one or two levels, still we are not getting any problem. But if we use multi-level pointers too much, if we use multi-level pointers up to fifth level, sixth level, seventh level, automatically we are going to get confusion while tracing which pointer is for which pointer and which pointer is for which data. While tracing these pointers, we may get confusion. Why? Because up to one or two levels we can trace it, but more than that we are unable to trace it. Confusion will be increased. Due to that reason here, we can conclude that in the point of developers, pointers is a confusion oriented feature. Pointers is what there? A confusion oriented feature. Observe carefully. But Java is a what? Come on guys, now tell me. But Java is a simple programming language or not? But Java is a simple programming language. It must not provide confusion, to the developers. That is another point here we have to understand. Now tell me, pointers is a confusion oriented feature, but Java is a simple programming language. It does not provide confusion to the developers. So these are all reasons why we can conclude that pointers are not suitable in Java. Pointers are not supported by Java programming language. Interviewer may ask a question to you. Are the pointers are available in Java or not? Your answer is what there? No, not available. Why they are not available in Java? Why Java does not support these pointer variables? If we come for this point, answers are very clear. Pointer variables required static memory allocation, but Java is what there? Java is following what there? Dynamic memory allocation. Pointer variables are supported by the static programming languages, but Java is a dynamic programming language. Pointer variables are very much suitable in the platform dependent programming languages, but Java is a platform independent programming language. Pointer variables are able to reduce security to the applications, but Java is a very good secure programming language. It must not reduce security for the data. Pointers is a confusion oriented feature. It will increase confusion to the developers. It will increase confusion to the developers. But Java is a simple programming language. It must not provide confusion to the developers. Because of these reasons, we can conclude that pointers are not suitable in Java programming language. But I'm telling there, pointers are suitable in C and C++. But I'm telling pointers are suitable in what there? C and C++. Why? Because pointer variables require static memory allocation. C and C++ are following which memory allocation? Static memory allocation. Pointer variables are supported by static programming languages. C and C++ are which programming languages? No, static programming languages only. Pointer variables are very much suitable in platform dependent programming languages. C and C++ are what there? Platform dependent programming languages only. Pointer variables are able to reduce security to the applications. Pointer variables are able to reduce security to the applications. When compared with Java, C and C++ are less secure programming languages only. Next one, pointer is a confusion oriented feature. It will increase confusion to the developers. All right, C and C++ are a bit confusion-oriented programming languages when compared with Java. C and C++ are not simple as like Java. Java is a totally simple programming language, but C and C++ are what they a bit difficult programming languages, a bit confusion-oriented programming languages only. Due to these reasons, we can conclude that pointers are very much suitable in C and C++, but Java is what there. Java is not supporting like what there plot, that means pointers concept here. Why? Because pointers are not suitable inside the Java programming language. Clear? Now these are the points here we understood. Leave this one. After this, observe this program here. Interviewer will ask a question now. One more question. Try to put more concentration. What question that interviewer is going to ask now? Observe carefully. If we take a C program, Java program. Inside the Java program, I'm going to take a class A. I'm going to take what there? Class A. This is my class A. In general, in Java, we are going to create objects for the classes. Why? Because Java is an object-oriented programming language. So we are going to provide what there? An object for the class A. A small a is equal to new A. A small a is equal to what there? New A. That we provided. Okay, fine. A small a is equal to new A constructor semicolon. The data here we are getting clearly. Fine. Then what is the next one again? What you are understanding there? The next point is like what there? If we execute this particular instruction, or is this instruction of object creation statement? This is an object creation statement in the case of Java. If we execute this, especially when we execute this right side part, what we are going to understand it now. When we execute this right side part, a block of memory will be created for an object. That block of memory is referred by a variable A. A block of memory will be created here. That block of memory is referred by variable A. Now here we are going to have the data like what there, some object, of course something else. No, a variable is referring this particular block. Inside this, what data will be stored here? What exactly the data we declared inside the class, the data will be stored inside the object. Then immediately we are having a question. What is that question here? All of you understand this question clearly. What was that question here? I'm telling to you. In C and C++, a variable is referring a block of memory. In C and C++, a variable is referring a block of memory. Got my point or not? A variable is referring a block of memory. So this variable is called as a pointer variable. Similarly, in the case of Java, when we create an object for a particular class, there also be a variable is referring a block of memory. Similarly, a variable is referring a block of memory. So why don't we call this variable as a pointer variable? Why we are saying this variable is a reference variable in the case of Java? The name is what there? Reference variable in the case of Java. Why we are calling like a reference variable in Java? Why don't we call it as a pointer variable in Java? How can you say that pointers are not available in Java? Academic question here. In C and C++, when we declare a pointer variable, when we initialize the pointer variable, a variable is referring a block of memory. So this variable is a pointer variable. In the case of Java, when we create an object for a particular class, there also be a block of memory will be created. This is an object, but that object is referred by a variable A. So a variable is referring a block of memory. So how can you say that this variable is not a pointer variable? And how can you say that pointers are not existed in Java? Definitely pointers are exist in Java or not? This is what exactly the question that interviewer is going to ask to you. You must answer for this particular question. If you want to answer for this particular question, first we have to understand how objects are created in Java. First we have to answer how objects are going to be created in Java. Understand it clear? So that point here we have to understand. Then only we can answer for it. Then only we can identify. Then only we can provide comparison between pointer variable and reference variable. After that one, we are going to perform comparison between pointer variable and reference variable. Got it or not? But how object is going to be created inside the Java? Right, sir. Just 2 minutes of time, put more concentration. I will show this entire content clearly to you now. For example, in Java, there is a memory block. In Java, there is a memory. We are going to use a separate block of memory in Java. That separate block of memory is what there? Heap memory. Heap memory. To control this heap memory, to control this total heap memory, we are going to use a separate person. This person is heap manager. Controlling this heap memory is nothing but what there? Creating objects and destroying objects that could be done by whom there? Heap manager. A separate person is available here for this heap memory inside the Java. Inside the Java, you already aware about it. Here I'm going to take what there? Class A. Class A. Here we are having a set of instructions. A set of instructions. Okay. Then after that, here we are creating an object. A small a is equal to new a. All of you now tell me, when we are creating object for a particular class, who is going to execute this object creation statement in Java? Now tell me, who is executing programs in Java? Come on, who is executing Java programs? One person is assigned to execute our Java programs. Who is that person? Who is executing Java programs? JVM is executing. In platform dependent, platform independent, already we have seen that. JVM is a component which is able to convert that byte code to the native code and executing Java programs. Already we understood that. JVM is executing our Java program. Observe carefully. All of you observe carefully. When JVM encounter this intersection, object creation statement, immediately JVM will ask to the heap manager about to create an object. Okay, JVM might be given information to the heap manager. I require an object with the 10 bytes of memory or 15 bytes of memory by understanding the declarations of this class here. By checking inside the class here what declarations are available, on the basis of that, JVM will provide a request to the heap manager about to create an object with some block of memory. Then heap manager will search for the block of memory in the heap memory. Heap manager will search for the block of memory in the heap memory. Right, that block of memory will be created. If it is available, block of memory will be created. Okay, object is created. This is an object. Observe carefully. When an object is created, automatically some identity is required for this object or not? We need to provide some identity for this particular object or not? Yes, we need to have some identity. Why? Because in Java applications, we are going to create so many objects, not like one or two objects. So many objects here we are going to create. But for each and every object, some identity must be provided or not? Yes, exactly. For this object also, heap manager has provided some identity. Identity which is provided by heap manager for this object is called as, in the form of an integer value it was provided, that is called as hash code of the object. An identity is provided in the form of an integer value. That identity is what their hash code of the object. When a hash code value is created here, immediately what heap manager will do there? Heap manager will take the hash code value and heap manager sends the hash code value to the JVM. Heap manager has taken the hash code value. Heap manager has submitted the hash code value to the JVM. Get my point or not? Whenever hash code value is provided to the JVM, now what JVM is doing there? JVM is converting the hash code value into its a hexadecimal form. JVM is converting the hash code value into what there? Hexadecimal form. Observe carefully. Hexadecimal form of hash code is called as a reference value of the object. Hexadecimal form of the hash code is called as what there? A reference value of the object. This is exactly like what the reference value. When reference value is created here, JVM will assign that reference value to a variable. JVM will assign that reference value to a variable. So this variable is called as a reference variable. This variable is called as what there? A reference variable. Now tell me guys, what reference variable is able to store? Reference variable is able to store reference value or not? What is that reference value actually? It's a hexadecimal form of hash code or not? Hexadecimal form of hash code is called as what? Their reference value. Hash code is what there? Hash code is nothing but an integer value or not? Hash code is nothing but what there? An integer value. Now tell me, is that hash code is any address location? No. Is a random integer value. That's it, not address location. Is that reference variable is any address location? No. Hexadecimal form of hash code. Is that reference variable is representing any address location? No. It is referring only what there? Reference value of the object. Altogether, what I am telling there, reference variable is able to refer a block of memory by storing object reference value, not by address location. Reference variable is able to refer a block of memory by storing reference value of the object, not by address location. But whereas pointer variable is able to refer a block of memory by storing what their address location of the data. Pointer variable is able to refer a block of memory by storing address location. But reference variable is able to refer a block of memory by storing what their reference value of the object. Reference value of the object is not address location, it is a hexadecimal form of the hash code. Hash code is not any address location, it is an unique identity for the object. It is created by the heap manager at runtime. That's it. Is that all of you are following or not? Just I'm comparing what is pointer variable, how pointer variable is created, how reference variable is created. Just I'm comparing now. Reference variable is not using any address location, which stores only object reference value. Object reference value is what there? Object reference value is the hexadecimal form of hash code. Hash code is an integer value provided by heap manager for each and every object. That's it. Where is the chance of having a reference variable? Where is the chance of having address location for reference variable? No. Reference variable is different, pointer variable is different or not? Pointer variable is able to refer a block of memory by storing address location, but reference variable is able to refer a block of memory by storing a reference value of the object. It is not address location. It is a hexadecimal form of the hash code. But hash code is what there? Hash code is an unique identity provided by heap manager in the form of an integer value. So this is a clear-cut differentiation about like what there, pointer variable and a reference variable. Now let me check this point here. After completion of this question, our next question is what there? What are the differences between pointer variables and reference variables in Java? What are the differences between pointer variables and reference variables in Java? There we have to give answers clearly. Right, sir. The very first point here. Now tell me, all of you now tell me. Pointer variables exist in C and C++, whereas reference variables exist in what? In Java. Got my point here? Pointer variables exist in C and C++, but whereas reference variables exist in what then? Java. That's first point. Next one is pointer variables are able to refer a block of memory by storing address locations directly. Pointer variables are able to refer to a block of memory by storing address locations directly. Reference variables are able to refer a block of memory by storing object reference value. Object reference value, where the object reference value is what there, where the object reference value is the hexadecimal form of the hash code, where hash code is an unique identity provided by the where hash code is an unique identity provided by the heap manager. 1 minute, sir. Where hash code is an unique identity for each and every object provided by the heap manager in the form of an integer variable. In the form of what variable here? An integer variable. That's it. This is the total story about like what there, pointer variable and reference variable. Next one is what? Third difference here I'm telling to you, observe carefully. Pointer variables required static memory allocation and which are supported by the static programming languages. This is normal point only, but whereas reference variables require dynamic memory allocation and which are supported by the dynamic programming languages. So finally we concluded that pointer variables are not the same as the reference variables. Am I right or not? Pointer variables are not same as the reference variables. Pointer variables are different, reference variables are different. Pointer variables are available in C and C++, reference variables are available in Java. Pointer variables require static memory allocation, reference variables require dynamic memory allocation. Pointer variables are referred to a block of memory by storing address location. Reference variables are able to refer a block of memory that is an object by storing reference value of that particular object. Understand my point? So these are the differences are available. Finally, pointer variables are not suitable inside the Java programming language. This is a conclusion here we are getting clearly. Right, sir? Almost all 4 differences here we understood there. Now remaining differences are very simple to complete. Just within 1 or 2 days of time we are able to complete the remaining differences also. Then after that we are going to start directly Java features topic. What you are going to understand there? Java features once we completed the differences clearly. Okay. Right, sir. That's all for today. Then we'll meet then tomorrow. Then tomorrow we are going to continue the remaining part. I think so. Maybe tomorrow I may finish maximum differences between Java and other programming languages there. Maybe probably on Monday onwards we're planning to start what there directly Java features topic. I'm going to start there directly. Clear? Right, sir. That's all for today. Then tomorrow we are going to see the remaining content, guys. Thank you. Thanks a lot. We'll meet on tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, Danu, then stack memory, heap memory, and all the details I'll discuss with you. Don't worry for it. Yeah, Manikanta, that CN data sources class is an offline. I think so. It is available, but not in online. Yeah, then it is available in offline only. Actually, that yeah. Then try to check the possibility. If it is possible to come here, it's okay. Otherwise, then you can attend in online. Online in the sense not yet decided as of now. Okay, first time we are introducing that course here inside Durgasoft. That's why I'm getting it. Then if it is the case, if you want to come to this classes, just we can come here at online. That means at offline. Offline only is possible. Okay. Yeah, then offline class only. They're available for this one. How it is possible? 100 200 kilometers now. Yeah, yeah. Then in the case when the same faculty is going to start in online, then I will give intimation to you. Don't worry for it. Okay. If it is a case, if the faculty is going to take the class now in online, then I will talk with you regarding that. Okay. Yeah, that's okay, fine. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you.